Hey, what's going on? I'm Patty and producer, viewers, people, thank you so very much. And today I just wanted to talk about, I'm just going to go ahead and talk about it, not introduce it by saying what I want to talk about. Chris Brown. And first of all, let me say, and this might give you an idea of where things are going with this, I'm thinking I might be becoming a Chris Brown fan. Um, it's funny when I listen to an old radio clip of me talking years ago in college about Chris Brown and his debut. I realized what I was saying was like I really liked his debut and I really liked Chris Brown as an artist. I don't know exactly where I became less interested. I think it was the second album, and it's not anything against Chris Brown because I think there were some songs that I really liked about on it, but I don't know, I just didn't get into it or something. So then it sort of faded away, so to speak, and then the whole Chris Brown and Rihanna thing, that debacle occurred. I didn't become a Chris Brown hater because of that. I just already sort of stopped paying as much attention. But I realized I might have been missing out on some really good music because I started going back and listening to some of his stuff, and I think I really kind of like it. I might want to buy his FAME album, Forgiving All My Enemies and Fans of My Everything. That's right. Yeah, I might go back and get that because there are quite a few songs on it that were pretty nice from what I've heard, especially his She Ain't You. I did buy the MP3 of that song because I did like it. I'm a huge SWV fan, so to mix that sample, which isn't an SWV sample, but it puts you in mind of SWV, even though they were sampling it from Michael Jackson's PYT, no, not PYT, Human Nature. Anyway, so as far as Chris Brown is concerned, I think I might be becoming a fan of his. I know that album came out in 2011 and it's 2012, but I might pick up the MP3s like on Amazon.com or something. So as far as Chris Brown's performance on the VMAs, which I haven't seen, I noticed a lot of people are complaining, he lip syncs. Well, first of all, plenty of people lip sync, and I get that. But second of all, one thing that I realized about Chris Brown is he's released a lot of music. This is going too long. He's released a lot of music, and those are a lot of songs to memorize. And I know it's kind of bogus, perhaps an excuse to some degree for some, but I remember years ago looking at Mariah Carey's list of songs that she had, and that was like 97 songs. But that was in like 2000. I was in high school, and that's over the course of 10 years, a 10-year career. I wouldn't be surprised if Chris Brown's repertoire between his albums and his mixtapes, because he does a lot of mixtapes, is up there like in the 90s. So yeah, because he's probably released about 9 albums, give or take. Well, between 7 and 9, at least 4, and those are official albums. So with the mixtapes, he's probably done at least another 4 there, so at least 8. Give it about 15 tracks per album. Yeah, he's at like 90 songs that he has in his repertoire of songs to memorize, and that's over a very, very short period of time. In addition to touring and writing and producing and other songs for other people and himself and memorizing dance moves and all of that stuff. And I'm not trying to sound like I'm giving an excuse, but that's a lot to memorize. That's a lot to know in a very short period of time with a lot to do. So if, and his performance, like his dancing is together, like it's a lot. Like his dancing is good. So for somebody who's on that level, able to pull off dancing like that, I I won't hold it against him if he lip syncs here or there because that's a lot of stuff to remember. And it's all you have to do, especially with today's YouTube-driven society. Just mess up one time, mess up one lyric, and that stuff is spread like all over, spread like butter on toast. How cliche, right? But that stuff gets out to everybody, so you can't afford to mess up lyrics and stuff like that. You can't afford to mess up dance moves, quite frankly, you know. So I kind of don't blame him for lip syncing for a performance as important as that. Maybe for his regular tour and stuff like that, he won't have to because if he messes up, it'll just be something maybe that somebody gets on their camera phone. But for the Billboard Music Awards, yeah, that's a lot of people, and he has a lot of songs to memorize. I'd possibly even say more than many artists, if not more than most at this point, because granted, Rihanna releases like a new album every year. She also at that time wasn't dancing like that. She might be dancing now. Everybody's making a big deal. She's dancing now. She dances. Oh my gosh, she's the triple threat. I mean, wait, singing, dancing, and Battleship. Who saw that? I didn't. It's just because I don't get to see movies, because there are plenty of movies that I really want to see that I don't get to see. I'm curious about Battleship, but I didn't go to it. Anyway, so yeah, those are my thoughts on Chris Brown. It's a long video, longer than I thought, but cut him some slack. He's got a lot to do. Like probably left those Billboard Music Awards, went to a party, which it's parties are really just more promotion for artists. So even that's kind of like work. He went to the party and partied, met people, interacted with people, stuff like that. So that was more work to do. And I think I've made my point. He has a lot of stuff to do, and it's not like we're listening to Whitney Houston or even a Mariah Carey where the vocals are just so amazing and just really take you there on their music that you want to hear them sing it live, to hear what they might do differently with it. As far as like dance songs are concerned, that's exactly what they are. They're dance songs. So that's why his focus was the dancing. I think that's the best point right there. It's a dance song. His focus was the dancing, and he already has a whole lot of songs to memorize. So again, I don't blame him. That's my thought. Peace. Be blessed.